Good afternoon. My name is Reese Helms, and I'm the Media Relations Director for Charlotte Women's Basketball. On behalf of the university and its women's basketball program, I'd like to welcome you to today's introductory press conference for our new women's basketball head coach, Tomekia Reed. With that being said, we will start with some opening remarks, and I will turn things over to 49ers Athletic Director Mike Hill.
All right, you guys know me. I don't normally use notes, but there's so many accolades. I got to make sure that I get in about Tomekia. So, hey, thank you for being here, and thank you, Reese. This is such an important and big and special day for Niner Nation, so we appreciate all of you for being here, to celebrate this with us. I do want to take just a quick second also to specifically acknowledge Reagan Hill, our Executive Associate AD, who did an incredible job working with this search and this transition. Some coaching searches are really difficult, but honestly, this one, it was pretty clear from the start. We talked about what we sought in a head coach. It was someone who is a proven recruiter, someone who is a developer of talent, someone who has a proven track record of success, and someone who can electrify and build our community around, I think, the hottest sport on the planet right now, women's basketball. We also wanted to find somebody who is hungry, who is humble and who is smart, and someone who could live up to the gold standard. And we found that in Tomekia Reed. Tomekia is a winner, and what she accomplished at Jackson State is nothing short of spectacular. As head coach, 5 conference championships, 3 NCAA tournament appearances, 2 WNBA draft picks, a 95% winning percentage in conference play the last 5 years, 4-time conference coach of the year, 3-time HBCU National Coach of the Year. So as they say in short, you can clap for that. So in short, she turned Jackson State into where the rings reside. Is that right? Okay, all right. And now she's bringing her considerable talents to Charlotte, North Carolina. We could not be more excited to have her and her son Carlin join Niner Nation. So please join me in welcoming our new head women's basketball coach, Tomekia Reed.
I bet that woke you up. Listen, I am so excited. Let me grab my notes. Look at this room. Wow. I must say that I am one blessed woman to stand before you as your next head women's basketball coach. I am so thankful for God's grace and mercy because He is the reason that I am here today. I would like to thank Chancellor Gaber, Director of Athletics Mike Hill, and Executive Associate Athletics Director Reagan Hill for entrusting me with the future of Charlotte women's basketball. From the moment I stepped on campus, after having a conversation with Mike and Reagan, I knew this was the right place at the right time for me to begin a new journey. I am very thankful to be able to lead such a first-class program. During my interview, I had the pleasure of meeting our executive team of administrators. I've had a lot of coaches to reach out to me over the time I've been hired, and one word that I heard consistently amongst everybody was family. And if you know me, you know family means the world. Speaking of family, I would like to thank my 12-year-old son. I often refer to him as my associate head coach. He keeps me in line. Also, my brothers, Casanova and Victor, and a lot of family and friends who have prayed dearly for this moment for me. My extended family, LaShonda, Jonathan, and Chase. Wave your hands. Thank you all for making me a better person. Thank you guys for supporting me through the good and the tough days. And I would also like to thank my agent, Emily Jo, and the Wasserman team. Emily Jo, where are you? Hey, okay, woo. And Jackson State University Athletics Director, Ashley Robinson. I want to thank him for his support and for allowing me to win many, many championships at Jackson State University. I am forever grateful for my HBCU family and experiences. To all of my former players and fans, you will always hold a special place in my heart. Over the years, I have kept my head down. I have worked hard. I have burned both ends of the candle. I have waited patiently for an opportunity like this. I always wanted a jersey with my name on the back. That was really cute. I have waited patiently for a place where we can continue to win championships. I want it to be somewhere where that can translate from where I am currently. And this is the place I found. And a great foundation has been laid, and I want to thank you, to the current players. I've talked to you guys, and one thing I've heard consistently is that you love this place, that you have positioned yourself for greatness, and that you are hungry to win championships. Well, you have the right one. I have no doubt what we will do together. We will not just be the standard, we will be the true definition of the gold standard. We will work hard on and off the court. We will carry ourselves with great dignity and integrity. We will be the most trendy, the most attractive, and the most winningest program in Division I basketball. We will do things the right way and have fun doing it. I'm talking to you, ladies. We'll be one mind, one vision with one goal. We will be top students and graduate. And I must say, I want more hardware. I want more trophies. I want more rings. I want more championships. And this will be the new location for where the rings reside. Great job, Mike. To all the AAU coaches and high school coaches and junior college coaches, you will see me and hear from me often. We want to make sure we have every elite recruit on the campus of Charlotte. My vision for the program is to prepare our student athletes for college, for life after college, through a disciplined program built on character and integrity. I want my players to be great ambassadors for the program and have a strong presence in the community. We want to graduate our players, push our players to get drafted into the WNBA, help players play overseas, and see them in their professions of choice. My style of play will be up-tempo. We will get after it. We will be extremely tough defensively, and our goal is to be number one. I cannot wait to get started with you all, but before I end, I want to send a special shout-out to my sorority sisters, the lovely ladies of Delta Sigma Theta. I look forward to connecting with you all, as well as all fraternities and sororities on campus. And remember, I cannot do this alone. Thank you guys for being here, but I need your continued support in the Reeves era for us to be successful. And I promise you, will not be disappointed. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Reed. Before we get to our Q&A that Reese will moderate, please join me for a special presentation from Sydney Wright and Zamia Graham, representing the Iota Rho chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Come up, ladies.
We will now open it up to questions from the media. Please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you. Please state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Coach. Welcome to Charlotte. Molly Cotton with ESPN Charlotte. I know you talked about kind of what to expect from this program in terms of the tough defense or up-tempo. Can you give us a little bit more detail of what this 49ers program will look like under your lead?
Well, this is not something that we want to build and be great year 3. We want to be great year 1. And so I think you'll see a very competitive team, a team that's going to get after it. You're going to see a well-recruited team in terms of height. Great shooters, players who can get to the basket. I'm the type of coach I'm going to allow my players to play. And so you'll see a team that's going to get after it and just be great and be great players on the floor and be great in their roles. We want to be top. We want to be top in defense. The last 6 years as a head coach at Jackson State, we were top 2 in the country in defense possessions. And so that's something we want to continue. So you'll see a lot of defense possessions, a lot of changes. And just a mixture of things. But offensively, it will be up-tempo, but we will also be a disciplined team to be able to slow it down and execute properly.
Hi, Tomekia. Alex Zetlow of the Charlotte Observer. Welcome to Charlotte.
Thank you.
One of the more compelling things about your decorator resume is getting players into the WNBA. I'm curious if you could shed a little bit of your recruiting philosophy, your player development philosophy, and how you'll bring that to Charlotte.
That's a very good question. We obviously like to recruit players who want to have, an extended play and professionally. Those players usually buy in, they work harder, they have a bigger goal and bigger mission in mind. And so for me, my coaching staff, they do a really good job in finding players that fit my system and fit who I am as a head coach. We also are very extensive in our skill development. We like to prepare our players with pro areas of the floor in development. So our players to come in and already be familiar with how the WNBA play. So when they get an opportunity, they excel in that area. But also, what was the last part of your question?
You can just continue to expound on what you're saying.
And so we market our players. We're extremely connected with pro teams, with scouts, with agents, GMs, vice presidents. I'm really connected, and so we do a great job of marketing our players. WNBA doesn't start when it's time to draft. It starts in June, July, when the players get on campus, and so that's what our focus is, to get our players drafted. Thank you. Great question.
Good? Okay. Coach Reed, hi. I'm Jason Brown, Spectrum News 1 here in Charlotte. Welcome to the Queen City. You've been able to take over programs in the past, so you know what this challenge in front of you is like. You also talked about being competitive year 1. I'm curious, not just taking over this program, but any basketball program when you're coming from a different place. What are the biggest challenges to be successful right off the bat?
Well, the biggest challenges are getting the players to be comfortable with me as the head coach and be comfortable within the system and to accept their roles. Roles will get bigger, some will stay the same, some will get smaller. It just depends. And I do not create roles, the players create the roles themselves. So just getting the chemistry early is really important, and we'll have time in the summer to do that. And just putting pieces around the current team to help us be successful. Really good foundation. The programs I've taken over have been programs at the bottom, and this is not a program at the bottom. It's great foundation has been laid. The players are hungry, and so we have a great slate to continue to go forward.
Hi, I'm Charlita Joseph. I'm president of our Niner Varsity Club, our athletic alumni group, and I played formally.
Okay.
way ago.
Nice to meet you.
You too. So on behalf of our alumni, welcome. And I just want to say, as you know, taking over programs, going to different schools, is there any one particular thing, aside from showing up to the games, that you would like to see from the alumni in support of you?
Well, we need NIL dollars. We need money. Money is always good to help make sure we keep our players happy, make sure our players will not enter the transfer portal, and to bring in great athletes. So that support is really good. And I would like to do a mentorship program with the players as well, where the players have someone outside of basketball that they can talk to. I think that helps them in their transition with college and to have a happy, quality experience while in college. But certainly being at the games, celebrating with us, and, just hosting us maybe off the court. Home visits is always good. I really believe that the players, it's all about them, and my thing is making sure they have a quality experience and that they really enjoy their time here with me at Charlotte. Players, y'all have any questions? Y'all look beautiful today.
Hey, Tomekia, me again. Curious, who are some coaching influences that you've learned from, and whether they're a mentor, you know them personally, who has influenced you on your coaching journey?
I would say the biggest influencer has been Vic Schaefer, the head coach at Texas. Him and I have a really close relationship. We talk often and text often. Joni Taylor at Texas A&M, Carol Owens at Notre Dame. Jackie, hi, and Jackie. That's funny. I looked up and saw you. So, and now Gino. Did you hear Gino after the game we played? That was awesome. So he's now my best friend.
Hey, Wally Pitt, HBCUGameday. Can you just take a moment to reflect on your time in Jackson as someone who played there, is from there, and just reflect on your time at HBCU basketball and Jackson specifically?
Hey, Wally. Our time in Jackson was amazing. I didn't realize how much had been accomplished until I was getting ready to leave. And it was very emotional for myself, my staff, and my team. I'm the type of coach, I don't really look at what we do in the moment, because if you get comfortable, you don't grow. And so we quickly move on to continue to be successful. But my time at Jackson State and the HBCU community was amazing. It's an experience I will never forget. It made me who I am today, and that's a hustler, that's a winner at heart, that's a champion, that's a resilient person, a tough person. And I will never forget my experience there. And I'm very grateful for the HBCU community and what we were able to do in terms of putting the HBCU on a higher map in the Jackson State women's basketball team in a higher national level. Thank you.
Welcome, Keith Wassam, fan. Funny one. What can you share with us about your staff in terms of filling out your staff?
Well, I am currently still working on my staff, but right now I have the 3 best coaches in the country that have come with me here, and they are go-getters. I mean, I had to really work to get them on salary at Jackson State. Skill developing coaches who ran their own skill development organization. I have a former head coach on my staff who was on the men's side, so he has a very tough mentality. He gets it. And then I have a coach who's been with me since she was a graduate assistant. So she is a split image of who I am. And so she knows how to recruit. She knows how to bring the players in. And they make a great connection in terms of making sure the players are comfortable and making sure the players are successful, not just on the court, but off the court as well. And so we will pair some more pieces to this to help us be successful, to help us dominate the state, and to help us really be great with recruits and be great in the program and be great in the community. All of those things are important when you talk about our entire staff that we are working on. Thank you.
Coach, welcome to Charlotte. Mark Clemens, Charlotte Radio. Obviously, you had other options. You had a lot of offers. What sets Charlotte apart?
Well, you're right. I had a great athletic director at Jackson State, and it worked. I mean, we had it figured out. And the only place that I would leave for was for someone I could have as equal or greater relationship with the athletic director, and that's what I found in Mike. He was really about family. He's connected with myself, with my son, with my staff, and Reagan has been phenomenal. Since day one, she has sold the program to me. She's talked about how we can be successful. She's been right there with me, and they have both assured that we're gonna be behind you and we're gonna support you for you to be successful. And so that matters. That was really important to me. And the city is beautiful, and the campus is amazing, and the players are phenomenal. It's just a great place to continue to grow and be successful. And so it was a no-brainer for me. I had to be here. And Jess is a sweetheart too, so I love her. So it works. It's perfect. It's a perfect fit.
Any more questions for Coach Reed?
My cheerleader friend back there. My cheer guy. Uh-oh. We'll come back to you, buddy.
So what can you tell us about your recruiting priorities and what's the status of that?
Well, first of all, we want to make sure that we lock in what we have. Dun, 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 dun. All right, get those pieces locked in, and we are currently looking at a 6'5" post player who transferred from Mississippi State, University of Houston. We want to bring some height in, some more athletic players, guards who can shoot, and we have great guards on the team right now who can shoot and get to the basket, and just want to continue to develop those skills. I don't want to bring in players who's not going to mix well with what we have. It's really important that we all mix and we all understand each other. The chemistry is really important because, again, we want to be great year one.
Hey, Coach Reed. Craig with Charlotte Cheer. So us as a cheer team, obviously, we're here for the players more than anything. Like, we're always super excited to come out and show our support for them, whether it's a crowd of 30 people or a few thousand. But I was wondering if you had anything in mind to try and get, like, the general student population more excited about women's basketball this season?
Absolutely, and I'm going to take you with me, all of you guys. We're going to go to the dorms, we're going to go to student government associations, we're going to go to the Panhellenic meetings, and we're going to cheer, we're going to have fun, we're going to make a lot of noise, and we're going to get everybody excited. So it's a great question. Make sure I get your phone number before you leave, and we're going to do this together. And I promise you, we're going to get the student section in here live and popping.